Hello guys, welcome. My name is Steph. Today we're going to work into a full body, no equipment mat Pilates class. Let's get started on our backs, coming to lay down on your mat. We'll take the feet nice and wide when you get down and let the knees knock in together. You might place one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly, and just starting with a few nice deep breaths to land into our body before we start any movement. Let's take a nice deep breath in through the nose here. And opening the mouth, let it go. Let's do two more like that, really feeling the breath go all the way into the belly, filling up with energy, with oxygen. And opening, releasing, landing here. Last one like that, big breath in. Full breath out. We'll take the arms out to a cactus shape, either side of you, and just gently lock the knees from one side to another, just finding some really gentle twists through the spine before we start to find our strong spice, strong movement. So just slowly going from one side to the other, and just gently twisting through that spine, waking it up, bringing some awareness into the body as you move. And then the next time you come back through center, let's pause here. We'll take the hands down by your side and bring the feet nice and close to your glutes. So now we're setting up for a bridge pose here. So you should be able to touch your heels with your fingertips there, knees up towards the sky, pressing the hands down into the mat to start with. We'll just start with a little bit of pelvic awareness. If you want, you can also take the hands onto the hips. Okay, so as we take an inhale here, I want you to let the hips roll forward. So they tilt forwards and you should feel the lower back arching off the mat here. And then as you exhale, imprint the lower spine into the mat. Should feel like tucking your tailbone underneath. Nice, let's do that a few more times. Inhale, rolling the hips forward, so arching through the lower back. And then exhale, imprinting the spine into the mat and try and engage through the core here. Good, once more, inhale forwards. Exhale, tilting back and under, engage the core. One more, tilting forwards here. This time as we exhale, imprint the lower spine into the mat, engage the core, but press into the heels and start to lift your tailbone, your lower back, your middle back, and upper back, meeting in our bridge. Let's take an inhale at the top, squeeze on through your glutes. And then slowly lower down, just as slowly. Upper back, lower back, middle back, and lower spine, tailbone lands. Let the hips roll forwards. Inhale. Exhale, imprint the lower spine, rolling all the way to the top, slowly lifting one vertebrae at a time. So really just building some awareness here. We're just going to do one more like that. So slowly lowering all the way down, one vertebrae at a time, really trying to articulate that spine. Arching the spine as you get to the bottom. Last one, all the way to the top, imprinting the spine, lifting all the way up. And as we get to the top, let's hold. Nice. So holding here, I want you to imagine that there's a block between your inner thighs. So instead of letting the knees splay out to the side, we're kind of gently hugging the knees together here. Pressing down through your heels. You should definitely already be feeling those glutes. See if without moving your heels, you can just energetically hug your heels back towards your shoulders, and we should feel the hamstring switch on too. We're going to keep all of this. Option to keep the hands down to the floor, or you can reach the arms up to the sky. Keep the core wrapping on here. All right, we're going to work into a full range bridge, just lightly tapping our glutes to the floor. So inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Good, down and up, just lightly tapping those glutes to the floor. If you want a little less here today, you can rest in between each one, but otherwise we're starting to build that fire here. If you're reaching those fingertips up to the sky, really try and reach them. Let's stay here for 10. Good, up and down, really pressing through those heels every time we lift. 5. I'm going to hold at the top in 3, 2. Hold your next one at the top, lift it high, and little pulses here, up and down, up and down. And imagine those pulses are coming from the press through the heels. So really try and engage, press down, keep hugging the heels back towards you. 5, 4, 3, 2, lift and hold if you can. Come high onto the tippy toes and lower the heels down. High onto the tippy toes, up and lower the heels down. Good. 10, up and down. Hips are staying high here, so as high as you can keep them. Up and down. Hands can come down whenever you need to here. Good. 3, 2, we're gonna stay high. 2, and 1. Lift those hips up high, lift those heels up high, hold. Take the knees out to the side and close the knees. Take the knees out to the side and close the knees. Good. Out and in. 5, 4, we're gonna hold out in 3, 2, hold it out, little pulses out, 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 out for 5. Keep those hips high. 2, 1, bring the knees back through center. Stay if you can. If you need to break, of course, lower the hips down, tap the glutes, and then lift up. Inhale, lower, stay high on those tippy toes. Exhale, lift. Inhale, exhale, you've got this last little bit, down and up. Keep those hips lifting high every time we come to the top, squeezing those glutes. Maybe we're starting to feel some shakes happening. Let's go for 3. We're going to hold at the top and pulse to finish. In 2, 1, lift and hold, little pulses as high as you can get those hips. Keep those heels lifted high. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, lower down. Hug the knees into your chest. Take a couple of breaths here. You might sway from side to side. Just release those glutes. So nice, guys. Well done. All right. Let's come into a little bit of core work from here. So let's float the legs into a tabletop position. We want our shins parallel to the floor here. And so the toes are nice and pointed, knees are over your hips. Let's take the arms up to the sky. Nice, and we're going to work through a simple crunch and an arm sweep. Let's take an inhale here. Exhale, sweep the arms down by your side. Exhale, lift up. Good, inhale, lower legs, stay nice and still for now. Exhale, sweep the arms down, lift up. As you crunch, try and keep that eye gaze above your knee. So instead of crunching through the neck, we try and really keep that neck nice and long, almost as if we're lifting from the center of the chest. Using that exhale to wrap on through that core. So instead of letting the belly protrude out as we crunch, try and hug it in and down. Nice. Okay, in 5, we're gonna start to add on here. In 3, 2, next time you crunch up, extend your right leg long at the same time. And then slowly come back through center. Good, swapping sides. Left leg extends as we crunch up. Good, really focus on hugging that belly down now every time we crunch. Just working through those alternate sides. Good. Very nice. All right, if you want a little bit more here, maybe we try a double leg extension. Extend. Good, and bend. Nice, let's do 5 more seconds like that. Extend and bend. In 3, we're gonna hold long. In 2, hold long, stay. Option to just stay where you are. Legs can be more on a 45-degree angle. The lower you get them, the stronger this is, but keep your lower back down. Maybe you start to scissor through the legs. Little kicks, little flutter kicks. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2. If you can, stay lifted. Hug the right leg up, left leg down. Grab it in and then switch. Single leg stretch. Switch, holding that crunch. I know, take as many breaks as you need to. Otherwise, try and stay with it. We've got it. Keep those legs straight. If you need to, you can also bend through the knees as they come into the chest. Good, if you're still grabbing hold of the legs, let's try and reach the arms forward again and just let the legs move on their own. Ooh, we are feeling that. 10. Lift up a little bit higher if you can. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, release. Come down. Ooh, we are feeling that burn. We're going to work into a little bit more obliques this time, so a little bit of twisting. Starting in pretty much the same position, legs in tabletop, knees are over your hips. shins parallel to the floor, pointing through those toes. And we want to point those toes and keep the legs engaged so that we can find that strength in the core. So the legs are strong on their own. Fingertips come to temples. We'll start with our very simple bicycle. So take an inhale here. Exhale, twist towards your right, left elbow to right knee and extend your left leg long. And back through center, inhale. So moving nice and slowly, exhale, twist, right leg goes long, back to center. Working into opposite sides, twist, and back. So as you twist, I really want you to try and get both shoulder blades off the floor. So instead of just rolling onto one side, we're really lifting and crunching on a diagonal. Good. Okay. The next time we come over to the right side, we're going to crunch up and hold. Left leg is extended out long, and then can you take the left leg up to the sky, straight leg, and then back down. Reset through center, inhale. Exhale, twist to the left, right leg long, lift it up, lift it down, back through center, inhale. Twisting, crunch, left leg up, down, back through center, onto the left, up, down, back through center. This time we're going to come over to the right and hold it here. Do 3 sweeps of that leg up and down. Keep those toes pointed, up and down. Last one here, up, woo, and down. Come back through center. Last side, over to the left side, right leg goes long, lift it up, try and get the left shoulder blade off the mat and down. 2 more sweeps here, up and down. Last one, lift up a little bit higher, lift and lower, back through center. Hug the knees in or reach the arms overhead. Take a couple of breaths. One more here. Alrighty, hug your knees in and either roll onto one side or roll up and over. You can either roll to the back of the mat as well if you want to. Alrighty, so coming into some planks from here, so getting into a little bit more full body and into our arms, our stabilizers. Starting with some forearm planks here, working into a rotating forearm plank. So we're going to bring the forearms parallel to the top edge of your mat, or whichever way you're facing. Okay, coming into your forearm plank, all right, tucking your tailbone underneath here, hugging your kneecaps up, and find that press of the floor away with your forearms. All right, when you're ready, press through the right forearm a little bit more. Start to take the left arm up to the sky as you take the heels over to the right. Keep lifting the hips up nice and high. Good, we'll come back through center. Over to the other side. Try and keep the hips stacked on top of each other as we come from side to side. We're moving kind of like in slow motion here. Lifting up. Good. Back through center. You can take this at your own time, of course. If you need to go a little slower or drop that bottom knee, please do. If you'd like, start to add on a hip dip. As you come over to one side, lower the hips down, lift, back through center. Good, let's do a couple more each side like this. Down, up, back through center. One more like this. Taking your time here. Try not to rush it and keep that core super engaged. The next time your right forearm is down, let's stay. Whew, I'm feeling it. Option to drop the bottom knee, just working into our hip dips here. Lower the hips down, lift it up. Lower the hips down, lift it up. 5, 4, hips are stacked. 3, 2, last one. Swap it over, left forearm down, right arm up, keep the right hip stacked, lower and lift. You've got it. Press through that left forearm. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back through center, drop the knees. Little child's pose if it feels nice. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Alrighty, we're going to come into a plank, full plank on our hands here. So, giving you a few options. We're spreading the fingertips nice and wide. So, full option is coming into our plank. Maybe the feet are stepping a little bit wider. Option to have your knees down at any point here. Alright, so working through our shoulder taps. tucking the tailbone underneath. I want you to try not to move your hips here. Super stable. Opposite hand taps, opposite shoulder. Tap. And back down. Tap. And back down. So what I want you to look out for is those hips rocking from side to side. Okay? We want to try and keep those hips super still. So imagine I was holding them still in space. Okay, 10. Slower you go, the stronger this is. Got it? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the knees. Alrighty, working into our triceps from here, guys. Fingertips spread wide again. Take the right leg long. Now, if this is too much, please feel free to bring the right knee down again. But tricep dips from here, we'll lift the right leg up to a hover, squeeze on through that glute, a little bit of active there. Spin the inner seams of your elbows forward. So instead of letting them come out to the side, we want to spin inner seams of the elbows forward, so as we bend the elbows come back. Try and think about hinging your weight forwards and then down. Press the floor away on your exhale. Inhale's lower, exhale, press. Good, lower down to a depth you can control. Keep that right leg lifted. If it is lifted, squeeze on through that glute. Good, 5. You've got it. Woo. 3, 2. Last one. Up, good. And then step the right foot in between the hands. Right foot in between the hands. Good. Tuck the back toes underneath you and then lift up into a lunge. Okay, hands can come to your hips here. Just pull the right hip back a little bit for me. Left hip forward, so we're square through those hips. Little bend, and we're going to take a bigger bend in that back knee in a moment, but keep our torso stacked on top of our hips. Let's take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. We'll start to tap the back knee down and then press through the right heel, come all the way up. You can step the left toes in or knee drive all the way up, maybe arms reach overhead. Come all the way down, step back, tap the back knee down. Press down, woo, catch the balance, all the way up. Nice. All the way down. Hands can come to hips as you find the lunge each time. All the way up. Good, continue like this and make sure we're not stepping on a tightrope here. We want to find some space between our hips just to keep that balance. Squeezing on through that core every time the knee comes up. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, we're going to hold down in 2, 1, hold that next lunge, pulses, up and down, yep, 5, 4, little lower, 3, 2, hold it low, yep, arms come down by your side. All right, this is a 90-90 lunge. We're going to go 90-90, step your left foot, curtsy, hinge the weight forward, reach the arms back. Draw the arms in, draw the arms back, curtsy. Get low in each lunge. Forward, curtsy. Absolute burner. And back. If the arms don't feel good, you can leave them aside and keep them on your hips if that feels better. Okay, 5. Stacking the spine in your 90-90, hinging forward in your curtsy. 3. Step to your curtsy in 2. Last lunge. Curtsy, hold. Arms reaching back. Awesome. Step your left toes in, curtsy scooter, in just a little bit. Bend the elbows, and then extend. Stay low in that right leg. Last move here, catch the balance. Out, and in. Stare at something still. Out, and in. Good. Out, and in. Can you get lower? Can you still feel the right leg? I can't really. 5, 4, you've got this. 3, 2, and 1. Whew, stand it up. Give a little tap out. Very nice. Come all the way down. Just take a little forward fold at the top of your mat. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Plant the hands down. Step back to a downward facing dog. Just take a little pedal out through your legs. One more breath here. And then rolling forwards to your high plank. We're taking our shoulder taps again. So again, option to be on your toes or you can be on your knees here, tapping the shoulders, opposite hand to opposite shoulder. See if you can slow this down even more here. Maybe challenge yourself by holding it for a count of 3, 2, 1, and then releasing. Again, knees or toes. 10 seconds, guys. You've got it. Very nice. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, both hands down, drop the knees. Well done. Alrighty, so tricep dips on the other side. We'll take the left leg long. So we're almost finished, guys. Once we finish this side, we're finished. Okay, take the left leg up to the sky, squeeze on through the left glute, but keep the hips squared here, tummy wrapping on. All right, fingertips spread wide. Again, spin the inner seams of your elbows forward, and then start to hinge your weight forward and down. Exhale, press up. Nice, forward and down. Exhale, press. So nice, lowering down. Pressing up. Keep that left glute squeezing on nice and tight here. 10. Hugging those elbows into your side waist. Press the floor away. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press up. Good. Hug the left knee into your chest and then step it in between the hands. Tuck the back toes underneath. Lift the back knee up. Hands come to hips. Let's take a deep breath in here. Catch it. And breath out. Pull the left hip back. Right hip slightly forwards. Okay, one more big breath in to prepare. Exhale, tap the back knee down. Lift all the way up or step it in. Knee drive or just stepping it in, maybe the arm sweep. Step it back, hands to hips, tap the back knee down. Press through that left heel if you need more stability. Stepping back, take a nice big step back as well so that knee stays over your ankle and we're not coming forwards. Protecting our joints, up and back. 10 seconds, pressing through that left heel. Take this as slow as you need to. Okay, 5. We'll hold in pulses. 3, 2. Stepping back, hold, pulse, whoop, down, down, down. Good. More depth. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay. 90-90. Arms down by the side. Curtsy. Sweep the arms back. Get low in that curtsy. 90-90. Arms come down. Tap back knee. Sweep the arms back. Squeeze shoulder blades together. Okay. Down. And across. Again, if the arms are distracting, leave them on your hips. Find that depth in your curtsy. You should really be feeling that left leg. Press down through the left heel. Let's get more depth. 5. Meet in our curtsy. 3, 2, almost there. 1, curtsy, arms sweep back. When you're ready, step the right toes in, bend the elbows. Curtsy scooter, and we go out to on an angle. In, woo, keep the balance, and out. Nice, in and out. Try and keep that chest squared for me. Lowering that left leg if we can, keep pressing through that left heel. 5, 4, 3, oh my gosh, 2, and 1. Step it in, tap it out. Well done, guys. Let's find that forward fold again. Coming all the way down. A little stretch to the back of the legs. You can pedal here as well if you want to. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. And then planting the hands down, let's step back to downward facing dog. A little bit of a stretch, a pedal, a wriggle. Nice. And then we'll just come through some really, really quick stretches here. Start to hug your right knee into your chest and step the shin on an angle for pigeon pose. Slide the left leg back. Sit up nice and tall. Try not to fall over onto the right side, keeping the hips nice and squared. And then let's slowly fold forwards. And just let the hands relax here. Really try and consciously slow down your breath. just to help slow down our nervous system, our heart rate, bringing us back into balance. 3 more here. Last 2. Last 1, feeling some more softness already. Coming back up onto the hands. We'll tuck the back toes underneath us. You might wriggle it in a little bit, stepping back to downward facing dog. Take that little pedal out. And then we'll do the other side. When you're ready, bringing the left knee forwards, bringing the shin on an angle, coming all the way down, setting up for pigeon. Sit up nice and tall. Square off through the hips. Try not to fall over onto that left hip. So there might be a little gap, or if you've got a block, you can use a block under there. And then when you're ready, slowly walking your way out. Remember to relax the hands. Relax the eyes here. Letting the breath flow and really just giving the glutes the stretch they deserve. Nice. Releasing the head if it feels good. And for our last 3 breaths, just taking a moment of gratitude that you showed up for yourself today. Did some hard work. That's for sure. Last breath here. And then coming up onto our hands, you can sit over onto your left glute, swing the legs out in front of you, and you are all done. Thank you so much for joining me. Hopefully I'll see you again soon. Have a great day. Bye.